And just like that, we are back with another episode of the Hustle and Close podcast. I am your host, Isaac. And as usual, you know the team, you know the guys, you know what we are, you know who we are, you know what we do. Chad, JJ, what's up, boys?
What's going on?
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. I'm hyped, man, because we got a heck of an episode for you guys today. What's going on, fellas?
Doing good, doing good.
Not much. I'm pumped to see. I'm pumped about our guest, dude.
Yeah,
We have
absolutely,
energy.
Listen, and we're gonna get to him, but before we get to him, let's pay some bills. We are brought to you by, powered by, fueled by, sponsored by, everything by Vector Security. You know the team. And as always, man, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That helps us, man. That gets us just more eyes, more attention on this, and so we really appreciate that. So like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. What's going on, fellas?
Not much. Trying to fill it out. How we just cleaned house down there in the Panhandle.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
It out.
I saw that. Florida State just opened up the whole can down there. You know, I think our viewers are starting to look forward to our weekly sports takes and about our teams. I don't want to talk too much about what happened last week with Georgia. So we'll go straight to Shad.
You know, in the town.
Well, think about it. This weekend. So for me, it's Ravens week, right? So that's our big week. But I don't know who I'm more hyped up about. Am I hyped about the Raven week, or am I more hyped out of seeing the scariest man in the world, the most dangerous man in the world, knock out the problem child?
Did y'all see him slap Jake Paul?
Jake took it, like you said. Jake took it.
Let me ask the question. He took it. He ate it. But let me ask the question: was it staged though?
I don't know. Mike,
was it staged to sell the fight?
But I don't think they got to sell it because
they don't got to sell. They don't got to sell. It's on Netflix. They're all getting paid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
But was it to hype it up to get more views? I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely want more viewership, but I don't know, man. Mike is
so how about this? How much does it take for you to take that slap?
I ain't taking it. No.
I'll take that slap. I mean, it's gonna take some money though. but I'm need to go sit down for a little bit after that. So
if he's taking that slap, like, you don't know which Mike you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
he might just punch you.
Yeah.
But Jones Jr. said when he got hit in the ribs by Mike a couple years ago, he said it didn't feel very good. And that's Jones Jr. That's a bad boy.
Yeah.
And he said that it don't matter if Mike 50, 60.
I mean, here's a dude that said he wanted to eat people's kids.
It's like, the same guy. This is the same guy.
And he's 8 years. So, I mean,
did you guys? He did an interview with a kid. It's this little girl. I can't think of her name, but she goes around and she interviews all of these celebrities. And she interviewed him. And the whole time, I mean, Mike is locked in. He's talking to this girl. She can't be no older than like 10 years old. And he's like, she asked him, like, well, what do you feel about how this is going to, affect your legacy? And he said, legacy? We're all going to die. We're all just going to die. Who cares about my legacy? That's just ego stuff. And the whole 2 minutes was about death. And it was so morbid. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Mike is a cold-blooded killer. Mike is a cold-blooded killer.
Do you remember he had a match, one of his early on matches. I don't think it. I think anyway, after the match he won. He goes, Mike, it took you 3 rounds to beat the guy. What, like, you weren't prepared or what? He goes, no, I broke my back.
Yeah,
it was spinal. He goes, spinal. Mike, it was broken 3 places.
Yeah. Mike Tyson, man. Jesus, Iron Mike. What a dude, man. What else, man? What else do we need to touch on?
Is Jones fighting this week or next week? Is that
Jones fighting this week too?
I think that's Saturday.
He's about the baddest man on the planet. I mean, man.
It's nobody better. I mean, he's the best. He's the GOAT of UFC. It's nobody even. I don't think it's anybody even close. Honestly, he's just and it doesn't matter. Like usually with fighters, if you take a lot of time off, like you come back
3 years off on the other fight.
Dude,
3 years and came right back.
And you would have never known nothing. Like it's incredible. So
you got a good weekend of fighting this weekend.
Good weekend.
You got a good game this weekend.
Say it again.
You got a good game this weekend.
We got Tennessee. We got Tennessee coming to the crib. I feel confident, but cautious. I'm very cautious about my team right now. Now here's the thing. This is a must win for us, right?
Yes.
Because if we don't win this, we're probably not gonna make the playoffs. Which is odd to say with Georgia in a 12 team playoff that they're not gonna be in it. But
I'm talking about odd right now.
Well, yeah. but no, I feel confident about it, but still super nervous, man. So I'm a Saturday night, man. We got a little event we got to go to, but I'm gonna have the TV set up and be watching the game. I'm very superstitious. I only like to watch Georgia on my couch. I wear the same clothes every weekend. I rotate because if we lose, then I don't wear it the next weekend and I rotate to my other outfit. So I wear the same thing. I sit in the same spot. Very superstitious. So I'm nervous this week because I'm not going to be home, but we'll see how that works.
I'm going to get with Chad so I can get on FanDuel and bet Florida State doesn't lose this weekend.
Who you got? Charleston?
You got no game. Week.
There you go. That's why y'all not going to lose.
I'm going to send you a referral on that so I can get extra $200.
Yeah.
Money.
Fellas, you know what, man? Yeah. I always say I'm excited, but this episode I really got some real juice, man, because we got a dude coming on this episode. So I feel very fortunate because I was able to interview this guy, and bar none, one of, if not the best interviews I've ever done in my life. I was sold after that, and he's gonna laugh at me about this, but he was late. He missed the interview. He missed like the first interview or something. It was something crazy. He either missed it or it was late. And he had some technical difficulties with his computer and stuff. So we started off kind of bumpy, but man, as soon as he started talking, I was about to say as soon as he opened him out, but that would have been a big pause. As soon as he stopped talking, as soon as he started talking, it was like, dang, this guy is a dude, man. And I was sold on him from then. And I'll talk to him about this when we get him on, but man, he's done some amazing things in his branch that I'm really excited about. So with no further ado, let's get him on here, man. Let's bring on the guy, Mr. Fred Poteat. What's up, Fred?
Y'all, man.
What's up, Fred?
Good afternoon, man. It is a privilege to be on with you guys. I was back there cracking up with y'all, man. Funny guys, man. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be on, my man.
Yes, sir, man. For anybody who doesn't know, if you don't know, you will know him after this. I can promise you that he is a ball of fire. This is Mr. Fred Poteat. He is the sales manager in our Raleigh branch, man, and he's winning there, man, and completely shifted things, completely changed the culture. He's just implemented his fingerprints all over the place. I was there this week, all week, and he completely has his fingerprints all over the place, man. So what's going on, Fred, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm energetic. I'm positive. I'm optimistic. And I just want to get to it. You know what I mean?
All the superlatives. The superlatives.
I'm living for a purpose, man. I'm living for a purpose.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What you want to know about Fred Poteat?
Man, Fred, I want to know a lot about you, man, and because I know a lot about you. So it's not me necessarily, but I really do want our audience to know a lot about you, man, and because I think you have an amazing story to tell. And
yes,
so
sir.
I want you to kind of start way back when. I just want to know the history of Fred. Give me a quick story. The first question we always ask our guests is, where'd you start and how'd you get to where you are now? I think that's a great open-ended question to just really for you to really encapsulate, your history and just give us a quick lesson on
Yep.
who you are, where you came from, and how you got to where you are now.
10-4. Well, Fred Poteat is gonna give you the truth. No holds barred.
He's already speaking in third person, so it's about to get real.
I'm a summa cum laude when graduate of the School of Hard Knocks for real. Come from humble beginnings. I'm 43 years old. I was born in Durham, but I grew up in Hillsborough, small town right there in Orange County. Attended Orange High School. With a wonderful, competitive, truthful, honest family. You definitely had to, hold your own in the family. Definitely grateful for my grandparents for taking me in and raising me up, and teaching me the hard way. Because
That's
that's
right.
that was gonna help me to survive out here in this world. I have grew up with great support with aunts and uncles. But yeah, man, it was I graduated from high school. At that particular time, I was more advanced because I was kind of like doing things, I had no business doing
Mhm.
during that time, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Everybody's, time was thinking hey, I'm gonna be a football player, a basketball player, something like that. So I didn't know really at the time. I just knew that I wanted to do business. I wanted to be rich. I wanted to make some money. I did know that, and so I attended Methodist University. It was Methodist College at the time, out in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So I went up there, and one of the selling points about Methodist College was that it was an international school. It was like 85% international, and I wanted to kind of get out of my element. I wanted to, have that, broad, diverse culture, so I can be able to mix with everybody. So that was kind of like the selling point. I started out, doing football, but I injured my leg. Never had that injury. It was a hamstring injury, and so I focused then on just music and making money in my grades. Left kind of sports alone, even though I did martial arts. Fast forward there, I was a dean's list guy. I never had these academic accolades when I was in high school. Because, like I said, I wasn't really serious. But I got serious in college, so I had all the academic accolades. Dean's list, president's list, those types of things. Getting involved in organizations, marketing clubs, SIFE, Students of Free Enterprise, all that good stuff. So I was, known around the school, even though I wasn't an athlete. And then, of course, we was winning talent shows and stuff like that, because we was rapping, making music. um so then once I graduated, I come back to the hood. I come back to Hillsborough. Forgive my vernacular, but this is me, right? So I come back to the hood, and I still see the boys out there doing what they doing. They riding on 30-inch wheels. They got the candy paint, Dr. Pepper paint jobs, Mountain Dew paint jobs, and tinted windows, and speakers is bumping through the hood. And I'm the one that went to.
Do they got the jacket on too to match?
Some of them did have a jacket.
Yeah, they did.
Everything,
The
yeah.
race car jackets.
Yes,
Yeah,
the race car jacket, baby.
boys making
Yes.
serious money. And I came back home, and I'm like, man, I'm living with my mom in this like little trailer. This is real talk, man.
Yes.
No pride, no ego. This is real
That's
talk.
what
I'm
we
living with
want.
my
Yeah.
mom. I'm on a mattress that's on the floor. I ain't had no TV. I just had a little radio on the floor. Like, it was bad, it was kind of bad. And I'm stressing because I want to make money, and I know I'm supposed to be successful. So I had a friend at the time, and the friend basically gave me some advice and said, look, you doing what's right. It may not seem like it right now, but you're gonna be where you're supposed to be. And the stuff that the other guys are doing, some of them might not be, and that was real. I knew that already, but to hear it come from somebody that you're trying to impress, hearing it from somebody that you value, and you want to
Right.
show them like, hey man, I'm the man, I can make this work. So to hear that come from the friend at the time, that was a good thing. So I stayed the course. One night, I was looking for a job. It was like midnight, and the newspaper said something about car sales, and this is what changed my life. So I said, man, I can use my talents and I can go get a job. So instead of selling that, I could sell a car. I could
Mhm.
sell appliances or something like that. So I ended up getting a job with Performance Automall. Shout out to Performance Automall. Shout out to Anna Latta, because I know you're going to see this. Shout out to Miss Anna Latta, because she took the chance on a young kid coming out of college. I was rough around the edges, but I had the personality, I had the swag, and I had the heart, but I didn't have the professionalism. So she kind of, she took me under her wing. I started out as a used car person. That's where you put your non-experienced people at. So I started out as used car and Chevy. And then I worked my way up. I wanted to make more money. I was analyzing the situation. I saw these guys walking around with the stitchings, their initials and the stitchings on their sleeve and the cuff links and the Rolexes. I don't know if it was real, but they had Rolex, right? And I just saw that stuff. I'm like, man, I gotta improve. Instead of me looking like this, I gotta improve myself. I'll be able to, higher end clientele to take me a little bit more seriously, increase my knowledge, take these certifications. And as I did these things, not only did I get spiffs and bonuses from it, but it also certified me to sell all the product inside the auto mall. So there was Porsche, there was Acura, BMW, Subaru, Chevy, used cars, the whole shebang. So man, coming out of college, what? Man, I think I started like in March, and at the end of the year, my tax return, I made like $80-some thousand. And
nice.
then
what year is this? What year is this?
I graduated in 03, so it was 04.
Okay.
It was 2004. And
Mid
this was
2000s, you making 80 plus, which equates to well over 6 figures today.
Hey man, I'm telling you, for real. And so I'm gonna try to speed this up because I know we got some. Look, man, it's two pivotal things that happen during this time when I'm working. Okay, when I'm working in the car business. The first thing is, surprisingly, I was rookie of the year for the organization. So they flew me and friend out to Las Vegas. I had never really been nowhere besides the beach during this time, right? Beaches would be like the only type of vacation. So I got a chance to go see another side of the world. I stayed in the Venetian. I had comp money. I had $250 comp every day. Man, food. It was crazy.
Living the life.
I was living. I got turned out. I was turned out, bro. When I hit Vegas, I'm like, yo, man, I'm going back to, hey, man, it's a bigger world out here, right?
Yeah.
So that was the first thing. Seeing something else, knowing that, man, like it's the opportunity is out there. You just gotta have a plan and go get it. So then the second one was my manager, my sales manager for Chevy. His name was Marlon Hedden, and he's still living out there. Marlon might see this as well. And I'll never forget this to the day. So what I was good at is that I was good at making a connection with the customer and spending time with them, building rapport, that part. But what I wasn't good at was negotiation and being in there with that customer and negotiating the deal and going for the close. So what I would do is build a relationship, take the customer in with Marlon. So Marlon sitting there all day long, just talk to the customer. Man, he'll strip the deal down. So I would have the units, but I wasn't making no commission like that, right? And maybe he got frustrated one time, but he said, Fred, I'm gonna tell you something. This gonna help you. He said, look, got a choice. He said, you can either keep doing what you're doing, and I'm gonna strip it down, and you ain't gonna make no money, or you can man up and negotiate your deals and start making some money. So I said, wait a minute. He kind of challenged me like I was chump, something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
And I said, okay. So that night I ended up getting an opportunity. I went through the process with the customer. I negotiated, and I made a pretty good penny. Right? I made a pretty good deal. It was my first thing, and that taught me something. So he gave me, it was a sense of accountability. He gave me a choice, he gave me an option. Like, hey, Fred, I'm gonna help you, but look, if I help you, I'm not gonna do all this. I'm gonna just go straight to the bone, or you can help yourself. And that right there helped me out. So that was pivotal about the car business. And so long. Then just to skip through, I went through sales. The longest part of my sales career was in wireless. I started with Alltel. Oh my God, they had a comp plan was so beautiful. Like I loved it.
Alltel's comp plan was great.
Oh my God,
their comp plan was great because I came in right when it switched from Alltel to Verizon. So
yeah,
Verizon acquired them. So I remember that comp plan. It was great.
Man, we can work 10-8 all day and it didn't even seem like it. We had fun, like the comp plan selling Blackberries, like God Almighty, hand over fist. At this time, like I'm driving Cadillacs now, right? I'm driving Cadillacs, man. I got the stitchings, I'm
balling.
I'm balling, suited and booted. And listen, y'all got to have an episode part 2 so I could tell you a couple stories about
We
that
might,
right
we
there.
might.
Yeah. But so then Verizon bought them out. Then there was a transition. I worked with Verizon. I had a successful career with them for several years. Had opportunity to go into management, but I had that mindset like, man, I'm making more than my manager. I don't want all that flexibility. I'm sorry, I don't want all that responsibility. I like
Responsibility.
what I'm doing. Big mistake, because anytime you maybe had to switch a job, then you got to start back at the bottom in a
Mhm.
sense, right? You're not at that professional level. So I wish I kind of would have took advantage of those opportunities. But anyway, um, so then I get the opportunity to work with Sprint. And Sprint was a major challenge at the time because everybody knew that their service was terrible. Like they give you the rate plans, you had the unlimited plan, the whole shebang, but the service was terrible. Like you
Yep.
drop calls. The issue was the towers, where Verizon and Alltel would, just hand off the towers versus, Sprint is like when you get out that zone, phone call drop, you
That's
got to
right.
call again. Now it picks up right here, right?
That's right.
So when I got in there, I understood the opportunity I had. So watch this. I go from making all this money with these other companies. um, I was out of work for about a year. And during this time that I was out, I felt like spiritual part, God was like working on me at this time. And so I couldn't get a job nowhere, man. You know what I'm saying? And then this job opportunity came up and it was in Apex. I live in Durham. I never even heard of Apex. I never even went to Apex, right? But I did some research on Apex. I said, man, this is a higher end. This is a higher end clientele. This is a astute clientele. This is a diverse clientele. The team that's out there, they've been there for over 5 years. Like, how am I gonna go there and really be successful? Right.
Right.
And so I prayed and I heard the voice, and the voice said, go. I'm gonna take care of you. Just go. And at this time now, the Cadillac gone. I'm riding in the Honda. I, no air, no AC. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. No air, no AC, no anything like that. And I'm driving from North Durham all the way to Apex. I'm having to leave an hour early to just get there on time for the job. So this was a sacrifice, man.
Yep.
And so the thing about Apex, and I make this brief, is that I knew I had to make a name for myself. So when I got in there, number one, it was too comfortable. The people, not talking about them, but just I won't say names about people, but just the culture was just not what I was used to, right? And people was like sitting there like watching TV on their phones and legs up, and people walking in the store and nobody's going to greet the people. So my mind state was like, man, y'all are tripping. Let me get up here and go grab these customers.
Right.
And like we need them. They don't necessarily need us, right? And so they were selling a product at the time. It was called the home PC. It was like a cellular box that you would plug in and allow to connect the cordless phone to. And nobody was selling it. Nobody. Everybody, no sense. Well, I did my due diligence. I understood what the pros and cons were. I set the expectation with customers. I spent it to the advantage of the customer on how they can benefit from it, and I was selling them like crazy. So this new guy comes in and he's selling what nobody else is selling. So they started asking me questions on this. So I would provide the best practices and stuff like that, and that's where it started. So I was real keen on being, balanced across the board. Some people just care about being topic activations or just selling accessories. Now
Right.
I want to be balanced because one, it's going to help my paycheck, right?
Yep.
But I believe in quality, and if you're doing your business right, you can do that. So I ended up by surprise. I won Pinnacle Club. This was a major award. It was like the top 3% in the company, and I did it in Apex. So that right there was the stepping stone of saying like, oh man, this guy right here, he's very talented. Let's talk to him a little bit more and grow him. So I became a store manager in like 3.5 years at working there.
Awesome.
And then it kind of turned into like quality control. So if this store was underperforming, they'll move me to this store. We move to get the store performing, they'll move me to another store. So it was great, man. And then I tried the school system. So I'm sorry, I'm missing some detail there. COVID hit and I got
Mhm.
really, really sick. I got really sick. I actually had COVID twice. The first
Mm,
time they didn't know what it was. This one, it was the beginning. I was in Denver on a trip, on a business trip, and I thought I was gonna die. I saw red screen. And I said, God, please don't let me die here by myself and stuff like that. Like I got more work to do.
right.
I ended up getting COVID again back in October 2020, and it broke my nerves down. Like I
Mm,
lost all sense of balance. Like I was
wow.
in the hospital
Mm,
for a couple weeks. I had
mm,
pneumonia with it. Like it was bad, man. I had excruciating headaches that wouldn't calm down unless they gave me morphine or something. Like it was bad. It was bad.
mm.
And so when I got out, I got back into my taekwondo. Thank Sensei Freddie Mac for bringing me in. That helped me get my sense of balance back. I started working with the kids. So Sensei Freddie Mac has a successful um, character education program called Sidekicks Academy that's in several of the schools in Durham, several of the elementary schools in Durham County. It's a
Yeah,
major thing. Y'all probably seen it on the news. Teaching kids taekwondo and stuff. So I'm a fourth degree master instructor in taekwondo. And so I helped him during this period of time, and I fell in love with helping these kids. And I really tried to give the school system a chance. Could I make a living off of this and serve the kids and the community? But I
sure.
couldn't. So shout out to all the teachers, all the administrators making all the money. But shout
Yeah,
out to the little shout out to the little men and women out there, that the custodians, the bus drivers, the teachers,
that's right.
the people that work with the exceptional children program. Shout out to
Mhm.
them, man, because I'm telling you, to make one check a month and having living the paycheck to check, and with some of them working all those hours and still got to get another job, like shout out to them, man.
Yeah,
Real
absolutely.
talk, because I tried it and I hate to have to leave those kids, but I couldn't afford it, and I was going to go bankrupt. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And so I had to swallow my pride and get back to the mission. And so next thing you know, my brother um, Drew Jones, VP, shout out to Drew. Drew had been recruiting me along for a while, but I was making so much money in Sprint and T-Mobile that I didn't see that. I didn't see Vector at the time.
yeah,
So it was perfect God's timing when Drew had reached out to me at that same exact time where I was bare broke. Like I'm talking about broke,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know. And he said, Fred, I think I got an opportunity for you, man. I want you to interview for. And
yeah.
here we here we are now, right?
Yeah, we are.
Here we are now.
And I
So
love that, man, because um so much what you said resonates with me, right? And that last piece specifically, because I remember when I came in, so I interviewed for the job in 2019. It was December of 2019 when I interviewed for the job, and at that point, I had done some life insurance stuff, and it didn't work out. And man, when I to your point, I couldn't miss
yeah,
on my
man.
next opportunity. I
Mm-mm.
I, I had just gotten married maybe a year before that. Had a kid, had a family. I had a life. I had a family, and I
Sure.
could not miss, man, with this next opportunity. And I ended up interviewing with Jim Purvis, and he sold me. I actually had another opportunity. He sold me on this,
Hmm.
and I just took a leap of faith because I couldn't miss. And so I've been in that situation and I know what that looks like. I want to get through a couple of more things with you, man. JJ, what
Yeah.
you got?
So, being that you've been in the industry for a few months now, how do you feel about it? What's your outlook? What's the things you like, you don't like? Tell me some good stuff.
Yes, sir. JJ, great question, man. Number one, security is ultra competitive, man. I did not know it was that many competitors out here, man. It's crazy, right?
Yeah,
So the top three, right? That's going to be us, number one, and then you got the
right,
other guys. But I didn't know about all these other little companies. So competition is very dynamic. It is information overload for somebody that's never been in it. Like
correct.
I already got a nice size head on me, right? You know what I'm saying? I already got a nice size dome on me, right? So coming into here and learning all that commercial stuff and learning all the technology and oh my God, the processing, I kid you no joke. I'm going to bed much earlier now. So information overload, very, very lucrative, very lucrative, right? Like sadly to say, security is built on people's fear. right? You wanna make sure you know, if something happens, there's a fire, a burglary, or something, that you could be notified and things like that. But then it's just gotten so dynamic now that where you can have, like, you know, the video doorbell camera. You can see when your packages, you know, are being delivered, who comes up. You got the fog light camera now that can kind of put light around those dark spaces and then start recording. You have like smart locks, so if I got a dog sitter coming, I can send her a quick, code, and then
Right.
take it right back out, and everything automated on our
Yeah,
devices and stuff. So it's awesome, man. Very lucrative, man. For as a
absolutely.
salesperson, and it's a great deal for the reps. I mean, for the customer.
Yeah.
Because think about this: the customer in wireless, they buy one iPhone, they put protection on it, and the cost of their phone and the accessories, they're paying over $120 a month, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Over
Absolutely.
$100. But you're talking about securing your home, and the plan starts at 45.
Yeah.
Come on now. Like that's just, that don't need that. Come on, man. That's easy. You
Listen,
know,
Fred, you really can't beat it, man. And I love that point because I've never heard it explained that way. Although internally, yes, it works for us and it works for our people, and they because obviously they have to get paid for what they do. But on the other side, what we provide for the customers, right?
yeah,
And
man.
being serious about being life safety consultants and being able to protect these homes at such a minuscule cost
Yeah,
is
man.
amazing. We look, man, we got about 15 more minutes with you,
Yep, yep,
Chad. What you
yep,
got?
yep,
So typically, I have my standard question that I was going to ask,
yep.
but Fred, your energy got me going, so I got a little motivated,
Hey,
right?
Chad, this guy is a stick of dynamite.
Well, I know,
Two
but
sticks of
but so
dynamite.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to Oprah him here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So listen, I'm impressed by you, Fred. I mean, you do everything that we preach. You're out there in the streets, seeing the people. You're with your team. You're in the community. You're doing the home shows, right? Look at you and your reps. I mean, this is what we tell people to do on a on constantly.
Yes,
But
sir.
here's the one thing I'm going to get to it. Ready? I know you got the chip. I'm showing these. But here's something I'm going to ask.
Yes, sir.
I saw something the other day, and I'm going to ask you legitimately, what
Yeah.
motivates you?
Hmm. That boy, right? Number one, that boy right there, right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That right now, I mean, that's, come on now. Like, it's a lot that motivates me. It's a lot. All right. One, I just want to be the best I can be, man. Personally, I just want to be the best that I can be. I'm a representative of the kingdom, and therefore I have to shine light. And you can't take a light, a candle, and then put something over it. It defeats the purpose.
That's
So
right.
I just want to be used. I told you I'm with a purpose. I just want to be used. But my boy, man, I want my boy to be able to have something very, very positive, something to look at, you know, a real man to look at, you know, and see how he treats his neighbor, how he shows love, how he shows respect to people, man, woman, and child, how he goes after his goals and his dreams, and it's about discipline and focus, So he's gonna be first, man. But my entire family, man. Like I hustle for them. I understand that what I'm doing right now, I may not see the true fruit from it. It might be a generation or two
Sure.
before it's really manifesting.
But you
But
you alter the cycle, right?
yes,
You change the
yes,
cycle
yeah,
But
from when it's been
here's
in the
the
past.
thing. I see it in you right here. You're at a home show, right?
yeah. That was at the Carolina Hurricanes game right there.
So
Yep.
you're in there. You're out there hustling, not just for your boy, not for your family, but your vector family too.
Oh, that's, man. So okay, I'm glad you said that. So that's what I just told him. I got my home family, I got my work family. See, being a leader, man, we can't you can't just tell people to do stuff. Like, most of these guys are older than me, right? One of the biggest challenges that I was facing coming in was like, well, are they gonna listen to me? Are they gonna follow me? So it's one thing to talk, but it's another thing to walk. So if I'm telling you that if you want to get more sales, that you need to be involved in community and you need to do social media posts and you need to do that, well, I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna show you. So
Lead by
therefore,
example.
yeah, lead by example. So therefore, it ain't it's no. You can't say, "Oh man, this." The guy is out here doing it with me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I appreciate you highlighting that, man, because a lot of times, really, I try to be very humble about my gifts and my talents. But to see that, it's shining and it's spreading. Hey man, thank y'all for thank y'all for that.
And,
You
I
know,
mean,
Absolutely.
this is it right here. This is all you need to know, and this is why I'm impressed by you.
thank you, Chad.
You're leading from the front, man. You're leading from the front, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you, man.
That's right. That was y'all were out door knocking that day, right?
Yeah, we were door knocking my
Yeah.
neighborhood at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but look, I want to tell you something though. You know what makes it easy though for Vector? For me to do this for Vector, it's appreciated.
Yes.
I've done this all throughout my career, but it wasn't really appreciated, man. You know what I
But I
mean?
can tell you from three guys standing sitting on your other
Yeah,
side,
yeah,
like if I can clone you and put you everywhere, thank you.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
for sure.
Humbly, thank
Yeah,
you.
for sure. Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Fred,
We
you
want
said
that to
something
be
really strong, Fred, about when you lived in the trailer park, because I lived in that park on that bed spring that was on the floor. And with my son, I am what you said hit home, because I am very disciplined with him, because the world's not going to be.
Nah,
It's going
man,
to beat them up.
they
We
gonna
have
beat
to
them.
build them up so that they can make it and survive. That's
yeah,
all.
Facts.
that's right. Absolutely.
Now,
What else
Isaac, do
what
you
else you
see
got for
that?
him, JJ?
I did
Huh?
that. Isaac,
See
I
that again?
am Oprah. I'm
You're
Oprah.
open. Look, I'm getting emotional. All
I
right.
was I
Yeah.
wanted somebody to cry. I wanted somebody to cry.
I'm getting emotional. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start crying. Fred's
Right.
got us.
We'll take it to the next
Man,
segment.
y'all
We got a good
crazy.
episode.
Listen,
I
this got
love it.
a range of emotions. We go from
Yeah.
laughing to crying to emotional to
Bam.
what an episode, man, you have brought to us, man. And we
Man,
know we don't have a lot of time with you. I know you got a busy day. So we're gonna get to a couple of more things that I want to touch on, but man, whoo, put your seatbelts on, baby. This ride is not over yet.
yes,
Go ahead,
sir.
JJ.
Facts.
What you got?
So Fred, you had a lot of journeys in your life. Where do you see yourself at in the next couple of years? What's going on?
To be honest with you, I told Matt, my GM, for
Mm-hmm.
everybody that don't know, I told Matt that I don't want to change jobs. I want to retire here, man. You know, the work-life balance is amazing, and the team that I'm working with, that from the admin to you guys to here, man, like it's phenomenal. It's the best experience I've ever had, and so I don't want to go nowhere at all. But in the next few years, if there's an opportunity, because there's a star-studded lineup of managers out, and but if there is a position of a GM, to director, Drew really inspires you, man. To see Drew at VP level, man, that's amazing, man. So whatever, whatever, as long as my trajectory is always going up, is fine. And as long as Vector want to keep putting them dollars in my pocket, give me some of them ACR increases and things like that. Yeah. But yeah. So GM director level of some sort, VP. But I also understand that these people that are already in these positions, like, they're doing a great job too. So it's a patient game, and I'm having fun at the sales manager role. So no rush, but that's what I would hope, is that I can
Awesome.
continue to matriculate, you know what I'm saying, up the
Well,
ladder.
Well, listen, man, you're doing a hell of a job. So if you just keep doing what you're doing, I have zero doubts that you'll eventually end up wherever you want to be in this
10-4.
organization. So we're just excited to have you, man.
Yeah.
I always say it's the last question, but then I always follow up with another question. I always
Yes,
have like
sir.
2 or 3. But just to kind of bring everything,
Together.
button everything up, man, just give me in 20, we know about, we've learned about a lot with you, right?
Yeah.
Not everything, but
Yeah.
we learned about a lot
Yeah.
about your past and how you got to here. Man, tell me on, what is it, November 15th, 2024.
Yep.
Man, what is life like for Fred outside of this? When you close the phone, you're a salesman, so the phone never closes, the email never stops ringing. But when you get a chance to, maybe it's the Friday night, the Saturday, or just an evening on the weekday,
Mm-hmm.
what's life like for you outside of here, man? What do you do? I know you obviously you have your son, But what do you do, man, and what kind of keeps you going outside of here?
Yes, sir. 10 for a great question, man. It's dynamic, man. It's nonstop. Like I literally sleep probably 5 or 6 hours a day, if that much. But man, I'm a soldier for the Lord, man. Number one. I'm a family man. Number two, music production is major for me. So for all of y'all that are listening and watching, I have a company. I have a nonprofit and a for-profit company. The music company is SYBI, which acronym for Successful Young Blessed Individuals. So it's we produce all gospel, hip hop, rap music. Some of y'all, if y'all know Lecrae, if you know D1, any of those types of guys, what's 116, like that's what we into, fill our spirit with positivity and stuff. So music production is major. So when I leave here, 9 times out of 10 I'm going there straight to the music mode. Community involvement is also big. Those are like weekend type things. So whether if it's doing something with Sabi Cares, Successful Young Blessed Individuals, but Sabi Cares, whether if we doing some giveaways, or whether if we feeding somebody, or whether if it's hanging out with family, it's just always connected with people. You know what I'm saying? PS5, man, that's probably my biggest stress reliever.
What's your name?
I knew you was gonna ask me that, and I was prepared for it. I have 2 all-time favorites right now, and one is Ghost of Tsushima. I do feel like in my past life I was like a samurai or a ninja. I do feel like that.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm serious, man. Like, my past life, man, I was some kind of ancient warrior, man, and I was fighting for the good of the people, and then they sent the army on me or something. But Ghost of Tsushima is number one as an action game, and NCAA football. Like I think I'm in.
Listen, let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready to get that work on NCAA, I will serve you up that work
on the PS5.
Well, I got Xbox, but we can cross play.
Oh, we can cross platform that thing. But let me keep practicing a little bit more. I used to play.
See, he ain't ready for the work, JJ.
Man, look, I don't get too much. To be honest with you, I don't get too much practice against humans. I just beat the crap out of computer all the time,
I took DJ out when I first started playing. DJ went on the bench for Florida State. I put Luke up. I said, "Hey, DJ will get a touchdown on the game because he can't get one in real life."
Yeah. Hey, I like that. Yeah, absolutely. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do in real life, take them out on the game too. But the one that I'm waiting for. The one that I'm waiting for to bring back, oh my God, this will lock me down for a long time. NCAA March Madness.
Oh yeah.
Now basketball, I'll give you a run for that now, but the football, I play computer all the time, so I gotta kind of, I'm used to their tendencies a little bit.
Yeah,
gotta change it up.
I play the computer too, Fred.
Yeah,
I'm just not ducking the smoke.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna run from you. So we look, I ain't gonna run from you. So we can put it out there. We can have a little. Yeah, we can do it.
We'll try and connect it, and maybe on one of these podcasts we can
stream it.
Hey, that would be fire. Yeah, that would be fire right there. Okay,
that would be cool.
And I love to shoot pool. I love billiards.
I got you there.
So trust me, you don't want no smoke with that. That's all. I'm gonna just leave that right there.
When I leave out my office, I can go right there and play. It's one right there. So
you can play.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Pick me up. I'm going with you.
Okay.
So let's make it a deal. So let's make it a deal then. Let's just us four connect. Well, matter of fact, some other people might want to connect, and let's just go have a tournament. I got the right spot.
Oh,
we can go.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm mad at it.
Hey, everybody tuning in, y'all hear this, right? Everybody tuning in, y'all hear this, right? Okay, all right.
Do you play APA?
APA.
You play a league?
I have never played. I never played. Be honest with you, man. I never even betted in pool, man. I beat a guy one time, man. I beat a guy because, like, in my college, that's all we had was pool tables and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I had beat a guy one time, man, and it was bad. It was like $20 a ball, and then it was some altercations and stuff with that, man. And,
Fred's a pool shark. He's a pool shark by night.
The biggest pool shark on TV was And it's one of my favorite episodes.
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil. Okay.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
Well, this is true story. My mom used to have me in the pool hall when I was a kid, man. I've been playing pool since I was about 3-4 years old. I'll be standing up right here just throwing the ball down and stuff. So, you know, I've been pool is a part of my thing. So you notice the change in confidence, right?
Yeah,
you talk about playing the football. I'm like, but now you talk about Billy. So I'm kind of nice. Hey, they call me Eagle Eye, man, because I'm telling you, boy, I cut from the very centimeter, millimeter of the ball and cut that thing in there, boy. So we'll see. No, enough talk.
He said he don't need all the red dots on the white pool ball to do anything.
No, man. No, we
Fred said take the training wheels off. Listen, man, we do a pre-prep. Let me give you guys a peek behind the curtain real quick, and then we're gonna shut this thing down. We do a pre-production meeting, and in that meeting, we always say, you know, hey, we may be off script, we may ask you some questions. There was no need for this episode. Fred was an open book. He laid it all out there, and we're gonna have a part 2 to this because there's too much to you, not to fill in the gaps. Because I feel like we got some gaps we got to fill in. Obviously, we got time restraints.
Yes, sir.
Man, Fred Poteat, again, just a stick of dynamite. This guy is on a rocket ship. When I tell you guys, if you don't know him, you do now. He is on a rocket ship soaring to the top. I am so excited to see you in the future, man. So excited to see your growth. And I'll be right there to watch it every day, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fred Poteat, the man. Thank you, Fred. What an episode, man.
Thank you, man.
What an episode. You're welcome, man. What an episode.
Yes.
What an episode, man. What you got, Chad? You want to say something?
No, we ain't got no time.
Hey, look, hold on. This is it. Mic drop.
Mic drop.
That's it. Damn. There's nothing left to say.
That's right.
There's nothing left. This episode.
You gotta stay the close. So we gotta get out.
I'm gonna get my pool stick downstairs and start practicing some more.
Right, exactly, man. What a heck of an episode, man. We already talked about our weekends and what we got going on. Ain't nothing left to say. This was an amazing show. And I'm gonna just leave it like that. You know what it is, man. It's the Hustle and Close podcast with you guys, JJ, Chad, me, Isaac. The HNC is not just for hustle and close, but it's for humility and character. Show it, know it, live it, and believe it. With that being said, man, peace out.